Yeah, students, now what we are having here 106 which appears in the middle. So we are getting the two subarrays. One will be the left subarray and another one will be the right subarray. Right? Already we have discussed the elements which are less than the pivot element. Those elements are appearing in the left sublist. So that's why we are having here 91, 42, 63 and 84. And here 141, 134, 128 and 117. The elements which are larger than the pivot element. Right? So again you solve them recursively. Right? You apply the quicksort method once again, right? 91, 42, 63 and 84. So we are applying to the left subarray, right? So here what we are having here, so we are taking one element as the pivot element, that is the first element as the pivot element. So here it is 91 is the first element. Next we are taking the two indices, one will be the I and another one will be the J. Right, so 42 we are checking the condition, so 42 is less than 91. So as a procedure, rule of thumb, so we are incrementing the I value. Right, next we are getting 91, 42, 63, 84 and 106. 84. So here next we are having here, while we are performing the increment, it points to the third element I, and J value it is as it is. Again we are checking the condition, so 63 is less than 91, you increment the I value. So we are getting 91, 42, 63 and 84. Right, so when we are performing the incrementation of I, so what we are having here, I and J which points to the same element, that is the scanning stops. So next what we have to make, you swap with the pivot element. Right, so 84 comes first and 91 comes last. So that's why what we're having here, 91 is the largest element. Right, so that's why you apply again the quicksort method. Right, so we are getting 84, 42 and 63. 84 is the pivot element, 42 and 63. Right, 42 is less than 84. Right, so what you have to perform, you increment the I value. So I and J which points to the same element, that is 63. So that's why scanning stops, you just to swap with the pivot element. So we are getting 84. Right, and 84 comes under last but one position, and we are having here 63 and 42. Right, again you apply the so here it is 84 and 91, it has been sorted. Right, there is no issue. Right, to make the sorting, we are getting here 63 and 42. So you just to take it as I and J. Right, so what we are having here, just we are making the comparison. Right, that is what we are having here, 63 is greater than 42, so that's why we are making the swapping. So 42 comes first and 63 comes second. So that's why, so this left subarray has been sorted successfully, that is 42, 63, 84 and 91, and here we are having 106. Right, so next we are having here, that is 140, we shall consider about the right subarray. So we are having here 141, 134, 128 and 117. Right, so we are taking 141 as the pivot element. Alright, so we are marking the indices. So I will be the second element and J will be the last element. Just we are making the comparison. 134 is less than 141. You just to make the incrementation of I. Right, so here it is 141, 134, 128 and 117. While we are performing incrementation of I, so 128 points to 128. So that's why 128 it is less than 141. Again you perform the incrementation of I, that is 141, 134, 128 and 117. So I and J which points to the same element, so that's why scanning stops. So we are making the swapping of the pivot element with the last element, that is what we're having here. 117 comes first and 134, 128 and 141. Right, so here what we're having here, already 117 has been sorted and 141 has been sorted. So 117 has to be appear in the first position and 141 has to be appeared in the last position. Right, so that's why what we're having here, we are having 134 and 128. So that's why I'm taking it as the I and J. Right, so this just we are making the comparison. So here 134 which is greater than 128. So that's why 128 which is appear in the second position and 134 which is appearing in the third position. So that's why we have sorted the right subarray successfully and left subarray successfully. So that's why the final solution of this the quicksort method here, it is 42, 63, 84, 91, 106, 117, 128, 134 and 141. Right, I hope you had understood.